let's talk about some basic ethics to keep in mind as a law clerk. The main ethical duties clerks need to be aware of include the duty of confidentiality, the duty to avoid conflicts of interest, and what might be called the duty of neutrality. The duty of confidentiality is probably the most important ethical duties for clerks and also the toughest to follow. Clerks are trusted with some of the most sensitive secrets in our nation. Judges discuss highly sensitive cases and internal considerations that are never meant to escape their chambers. Everything a clerk sees and hears in chambers is confidential, unless the judge says otherwise. And this counts for both during your clerkship and after you leave. The only exception is information that is explicitly in the public record, such as the information expressly contained in public filings. And this duty of confidentiality includes all of your judge's thought process in deciding issues, even if you couldn't tell what case that thought process related to. This also includes speaking with other chambers and judges. Clerks frequently make the mistake of talking about internal issues with other chambers or other clerks, but this is not okay. Your duties of confidentiality can be extremely tough to maintain with loved ones, but your obligations extend to absolutely everyone outside of chambers, no matter how much you might individually trust them. Although you might be able to get away with asking other clerks or friends about some abstract legal issues or ideas, it's your responsibility to make sure that no one could possibly identify what case you were talking about, and that you never reveal the judge's internal considerations. Also, watch out for social networking. Many clerks have run afoul by disclosing sensitive information on Facebook or Twitter. Let's next talk about the duty of loyalty. You must ensure that you have no conflicts of interest for any case you're working on. If you worked for that firm that is appearing in a case, it is likely that you are unable to work on that case. This goes for any other time your judgment might be clouded because of your relationship with any attorney or any party involved in a case you're working on. Good rule is better safe than sorry. Clerks should generally never engage in any overt political activity. This includes attending rallies or being involved in political organizations while they're clerking. They should also not be involved in any sort of ideological organizations. Clerks also may not generally do legal work for pay. There are some very narrow exceptions to this rule, but you really need to double check before taking any outside legal-related work. Whenever in doubt about any sort of ethical issue, ask a judge. Ask the applicable ethical authorities. Many of these ethical authorities will offer informal opinions or call centers to give ethical feedback. This should have given you a rundown of the most common pitfalls for clerks in their ethics.